My name is Giselle Navarro. I go to Palo Alto High School and I'm a senior. Racism is when someone feels a certain way or acts a certain way towards a specific race. I have a very negative feeling towards racism. I don't really think that it's a very nice thing for people to be racist. I don't see it in my community as much because there is a lot of minorities here. But if we were to talk about like a different state, for example, Texas, they have a lot of different morals, and people think a lot of different and negative ways about certain people. I think the biggest effect racism had on history was during slavery. So that was when African American people were treated very unfairly by the white people or Caucasian people. And they were basically enslaved, so they used them for basically like manual labor. They treated them very, very horribly. It honestly makes me really, really angry because I know my mom has experienced racism because of like the new president and like the way he thinks and the way he acts towards Mexican Americans. I just think it's it's a really disgusting way to act towards someone just because they don't look like you or they don't believe in what you believe in. Having blue-collared and white-collared jobs, being paid more because of the way you look, being like Asian. I think most of like minority students, they tend to have not so much of a good education, maybe because of like the neighborhood that they live in or the teachers that they have. Well, right now it mostly affects Mexican immigrants or Mexican Americans and also African Americans, some people from like the Middle East. It's important to talk about racism for people to be informed about it, for you won't go through it yourself, and that way when you do go through it or when you see a situation that involves racism, you know how to act towards it and you know how that can affect other people. Racism affects the country and the world because people sometimes don't really know how to act when they do see racism, or they basically see it as a good thing if they're doing it. But overall, it affects the country because when you see racism, you're not really open and you're not really welcoming everyone just because they look or act a certain way.